सांस को अपनाए, सांस को अपनाए, सांस को अपनाए, ध्यानी बन जाए, सांस को अपनाए, ध्यानी बन जाए। ये दुनिया कैसे बदलेगी हमसे, हमसे, ये दुनिया कैसे बदलेगी हमसे, हमसे, हम खुद को कैसे बदलेंगे ध्यान से, विज्ञान से, आत्मज्ञान से। खुद को जानो तुम क्या हो, पहचानो तुम क्या हो, तुम क्या हो, तुम क्या हो, तुम क्या हो। सांस को अपनाए, ध्यानी बन जाए, सांस को अपनाए, ध्यानी बन जाए। सांस को अपनाए, ध्यानी बन जाए, सांस को अपनाए, ध्यानी बन जाए। तुझ में मुझ में क्या अंतर है, पशु पक्षी भी जीव है, तुझ में मुझ में क्या अंतर है, पशु पक्षी भी जीव है, जीने का हक सबको है, हम सब सारे एक है। ध्यान कर शाकाहारी बन, आत्मज्ञानी बन, खुद को जानो तुम क्या हो, पहचानो तुम क्या हो, तुम क्या हो, तुम क्या हो, तुम क्या हो। बन जाए, बन जाए, बन जाए, बन जाए, ध्यानी बन जाए, बन सांस को अपनाए, ध्यानी बन जाए।
Good morning, masters. Thank you all for taking time to join. Welcome to day 13 for Power of Now. Thank you, Srini garu.
Good morning, everybody. Let me share my screen. Okay. Can you all see the screen?
Yeah, we can see him.
Okay. So today we we will continue with the chapter 6. There are 3 remaining topics under the chapter 6, which is the inner body. The first one in that is let the breath take you into the body. It talks about author will be explaining how to go inside the how to connect to the inner body using the breath. Creative use of mind. How do we use our mind to overcome some of the obstacles? The art of listening is how do we use our body to listen to anybody? He's trying to explain. The first one, let the breath take you into the body. This is a question posted by somebody to author. At times when my mind has been very active, it has acquired such momentum that I find it impossible to take my attention away from it and feel the inner body. This happens particularly when I get into the worry or anxiety pattern. Do you have any suggestions? So when a particular if a situation where your mind is very active, it generally does not get into the meditation mode that easily. So using, if you try to follow the inner body awareness kind of meditation, if you try to do it, it may not allow you to go that easily. So you have to calm down first. You have calm your mind first, then you can get into there. So author is trying to explain, if you have any difficulty, then you start with the breath. I think we kind of talked about it in earlier sessions. Your pranic energy is your breath. So that is what is connected to, that will help you to get to your inner body. Because of the, to calm your mind, you need to take the help of breath. Conscious breathing, which is a powerful meditation in its own right, will gradually put you in touch with the body. He's talking about the inner body. Breathe into the body and feel your abdomen expanding and contracting slightly with each inhalation and exhalation. So when you're taking the breath into your body, one of the things is don't, even though it is going into your lungs, feel as if when you take your breath, it goes into the abdomen area. So not your chest area in the sense. So when you feel it, I think that normal breathing is actually abdomen when you take your breath. But most of the time, I think over a period of time, if you have not really focused on your breath before, normally you may not focus on the breath. As you become aware, well, after some time, your natural breathing becomes, you will see that your abdomen will expand. For kids, for the children, like very small kids, if you see, when they breathe, they don't, their abdomen expands naturally. They don't do any yoga. So for adult, normal situation, if you are not focused, you are not taking your breath to the abdomen. So while doing the conscious breathing, make sure you are taking the breath to the abdomen, which is again inhalation and exhalation. So your air goes from your nose into the abdomen and then coming out from the nose, and you focus on the breath. If you find it easy to visualize, close your eyes and see yourself surrounded by light or immersed in a luminous substance, a sea of consciousness. So this is, he's helping if in case you have difficulty breathing, conscious breathing. So what, and while you are taking the doing the conscious breathing, you are not able to visualize what you are not able to see connected to your inner body. If you feel anything, then one of the things he is helping, visualize that there is a lot of light around you and you are taking the breath. Light goes with the breath into you and it is illuminating your body inside. So feel the illumination inside the body. Gradually, as you're going to the breath and it becomes a normal pattern, right? So you breathe, take the breath. With the breath, light goes inside your body and it illuminates inside. Now, over a period of time, after a few minutes, then you will be in your inner body. You will be connected to your inner body. Excuse me. Next topic, creative use of mind. Okay. Now, don't just think with your head, think with your whole body. What he means by that is when you are, if you are performing any action, always use the whole body, not just the head. That's what he's trying to say. Obviously, your head is there. It is doing certain function in your body, but author suggests to use the whole body for any action. It puts you, it gives you an alertness while doing the performing that action. So you can, your focus is more intense, and your whatever the action you're trying to perform is going to be coming. Generally, it comes out fine. When you have more focus, you can do the same job better. If you need to use your mind for a specific purpose, use it in conjunction with your inner body. So when you're focusing the whole body, automatically your physical body and then your inner body aligns. Only if you are able to be conscious without thought can you use your mind creatively. And the easiest way to enter that state is through your body. Whenever an answer, a solution, or a creative idea is needed, stop thinking for a moment by focusing attention on your inner energy field. So some people have this habit of closing their eyes and couple of minutes they before going for meeting or before doing any important function, you try to close your eyes and focus on your inner energy field. So you're connecting to your inner body. That's what they are trying to do. And then when you come out, then you start performing the action. So basically to get your focus back to the inner body so that there is enough focus on it, and then you can do the same function effectively. Become aware of the stillness. When you resume thinking, it will be fresh and creative. So I don't know if any of you have done any power naps. Especially I've seen some people do the power nap. I do it sometime as well. So when you come home from an office, if you for some reason it's a hectic day and you want it to be fresh again, just sit there and then not sleep in the sense, just sit there, relax, stay still, and then close your eyes, take a small power nap in the sense, and it will 2 or 3 minutes or maybe 5 minutes, that's it. Then it will be, actually, when you open your eyes, you'll be really fresh. So that's the same thing he's talking about. In any thought activity, make it a habit to go back and forth every few minutes or so between thinking and the inner kind of listening and inner stillness. So in between the activity, when you feel you're stressed out or when you feel you're not connected anymore, you can do that in between. You can take breaks in between the action and just focus on your inner body. You don't have to close your eyes. Again, that's what inner body awareness means. It's an open eye meditation. That's the kind of concept it is. So you connect your inner body, listen, come to the stillness again, and then perform the action, continue to perform the action. The art of listening. When listening to another person, don't just listen with your mind. Listen with your whole body. Feel the energy field of your inner body as you listen. It's connected to the previous topic we said, any action you're performing, do with your whole body. So this in here, he's talking about listening. So listening with your whole body. It means that, I mean, it does not mean that we listen with the whole body. We still listen with our ears. But when you focus your attention, every cell of your body is actually, if somebody is talking, your whole body is actually towards that person. It's listening. So when you give that kind of attention, I think you know the story where Vivekananda got a book from somebody. That book was it's a huge book actually, and then that guy went gone out for half an hour and came back, and Vivekananda was done with the whole book, and he was able to tell what was inside in the book. So that is attention. That is means he is reading with the whole body. That's what you can say. That's the kind of attention he has got over a period of time with practice. So this takes attention away from thinking and creates a still space that enables you to truly listen without the mind interfering. You're giving other person space to be. It is the most precious gift you can give. If somebody is talking, give your attention to that person 100%, then you are actually giving space to the other person. So he will recognize that you are listening. With your 100% listen, then you are absorbing what he's saying. The whole body is absorbing what he's saying. Body language, right? When somebody is talking, we say to the kids, eye contact. So when we are listening, why do we need to make eye contact if eyes are not listening? It is to make sure you're aligned, your inner energy is aligned with the person who is speaking. Most people don't know how to listen because the major part of their attention is taken up by thinking. They pay more attention to that than to what the other person is saying. When somebody is explaining something, then your mind, when somebody says meditation, the word, then it means different things for different people in the different contexts. So when somebody is trying to explain the meditation, make sure your mind is not thinking while listening. The reason is when you're thinking while you're listening, you're not really paying attention to the person who is speaking, because there is one mind comes into the game, there is a dust in front of the mirror. So it means that it's a blurred vision. You're not listening, not real, but not, you're hearing, but not listening in the sense. So you cannot feel someone else being except through your own. This goes back to divine oneness, which means the one which is inside. If you go back to the scriptures, the way they say, there is only one consciousness in the beginning of before the universe is formed. So when one consciousness became split into multiple beings, but the consciousness is still one. So how do you really connect to the other person's being? It's only through your being. So when you connect to your being, it's as good as connecting to the other person's being inside him, because there is only one consciousness. This is the beginning of the realization of oneness, which is love. At the deepest level of being, you are the one with all that is. Most human relationships consist mainly of minds interacting with each other, not of human beings communicating, being in communion. So the relationships, when you're talking to other people, when you're dealing with other people, or any interactions that are happening in the human life, most of the time the minds are interacting with each other. So you're not really communicating to the other person. That means there is no communication through being. The communication is through your mind. So as soon as mind comes into picture, mind is running your life. Conflict, strife, and problems are inevitable. Being in touch with your inner body creates a clear space of no mind within, which the relationship can flower. So once when mind comes in, all the stuff like judgment and all the other stuff, the past, future, you think about what I had, whoever is in front of your person. So you will be thinking about his past, your relationship, what he said to you in the past, what he might do to you in the future. So these are all the things, the mind games come into picture. So you're not really talking to the person. You're not communicating. You're basically, it's a on the surface you're talking, but inside you're thinking. Going deeply into the body, I can feel the energy inside my body, especially in my arms and legs. But I don't seem to be able to go more deeply as you suggested earlier. So author is trying to explain how to go deeply into the body. If you feel like you're not able to do it, you feel like you have I think if you observe it properly, sometimes you feel a rush of energy in your body. As you practice more and more, you will feel that, but you may not be able to go deep. So to be able to do that, that's the question, and author is saying, make it into a meditation. That means you're trying to go in, but you're probably not following in the sense, you try to focus on your body head to toe. So the awareness, inner body awareness, right? The practice, you're not able to do it. Then basically there are, just now he is explaining about breath, use the breath, right? So that takes you deep. Naturally, if you're not able to go, some people with enough practice, they close their eyes, they are in. That's it. So within probably within a minute or two, they are inside. They go deep. But people who are not able to do it, they have to take the help of breath to go in. So focus on the breath. That's the meditation we practice. So author is explaining the same thing here. Sit on a chair, but don't lean back. Keep the spine erect. Doing so will help you to stay alert. Alternatively, choose your own favorite position for meditation. So he's suggesting keep your, don't lean on your back. Sometimes what happens if you lean on your back, after 5 minutes, you'll be sleeping, in the sense. So if that means you're not really alert. Your body went into the sleep. It's all right. But to keep your body alert, you should probably keep your spine erect. But if you're not able to do it, whatever the best position you can think you can do the meditation in, you can go with that. So make sure there are no distractions while you are doing it. No people around you who can distract you or interrupt you. Make sure the body is relaxed. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Feel yourself breathing into the lower abdomen. We talked about just now. Observe how it expands and contracts slightly with each in and out breath. Become aware of the entire inner energy field of the body. While you're doing it, don't think, just feel. By doing this, you reclaim consciousness from the mind. If you find it helpful, use the light visualization I described earlier. So if you're not able to feel the inner body, feel as if you're breathing light and you're illuminated inside your body. The inner body is illuminated because of the light you're breathing. So that's a visualization technique he described, through which the whole inner body gets, it feels as if the whole inner body is energized and lit, so that whatever is lit is your inner body. That's how you feel it. When you can feel the inner body clearly as a single field of energy, let go, if possible, of any visual image and focus exclusively on the feeling. So we talked about using the visualization technique just now. But as and when you feel the inner body energy field of the inner body, just let go of whatever the visual image you saw or you felt. Let go. That means don't focus on that. Just focus on the feeling. You feel as if your body is energized. So feel that. Don't focus on the image. If you can, also drop any mental image you may still have of the physical body. So sometimes when they are visualizing it, you feel whatever the physical body you have, that image people might experience it. So when you feel that, again, don't give any attention to the image. Attention should be given to the focus, should be to the feeling of the energy. All that is left then is an all-encompassing sense of presence or beingness. The inner body is felt to be without a boundary. As we said, once you connect to the inner body connects to inner body is a link to your consciousness. Consciousness is only one in the universe. So you don't have a boundary. Then take your attention even more deeply into that feeling. Become one with it. Merge with the energy field so that there is no longer a perceived duality of you and your body. The distinction between inner and outer also dissolves now. So there is no inner body anymore. Once you start focusing more on the feeling, once you start connecting to the consciousness, you try to connect with the inner body. Once you connect it with inner body, through the inner body, you get to the, as you start feeling, focusing on the feeling, you connect to the consciousness. Once you connect to the consciousness, your outer body is gone, inner body is gone, you are only pure consciousness. At that time, you are in the Shunya Sthiti. Stay in this realm of pure being for as long as feels comfortable. Then after some time, stay there. Then after some time, whenever you are comfortable, then become aware again of the physical body, your breathing and physical senses, and open your eyes. When you look at your surroundings for a few minutes in a meditative way, that means you just now came out, you were there, and you came out and you try to look at your surroundings in the same state you were in, because mind does not come immediately. So it takes a little bit of time. So when you say you are pure consciousness, when you're looking things, your pure consciousness is looking. That is, without labeling them mentally, and continue to feel the inner energy or inner body. So when you see things, you're not thinking. When you look at things, you might look TV, or you might look at a bed, or you might look at chair. But when you come out, when you start looking at them, since you're not, because your mind is not yet active anymore, you are not thinking yet. Thinking process has not started yet. You are simply seeing things. That's it. You are still connected to the inner body for some time. Having access to that formless realm is truly liberating. It frees you from bondage to form and identification with the form. It is a realm of deep stillness and peace, but also of joy and intense aliveness. So I think whoever has done it probably felt it, while immediately after you coming out, or while you are there, you feel the stillness, you feel the peace, and you are also joyful. Sometimes tears might come out of your eyes as well when you are enjoying the joy, when you are intense. Whenever you are present, you become transparent to some extent of the light, the pure consciousness that emanates from this source. So source is the consciousness. So when you are in touch with the consciousness, the consciousness and source, these are all interchangeably being, these are all used interchangeably. So whatever you are transparent to the world. That means you are not thinking, right? So if something like, if I'm transparent, if a light, if somebody is speaking, if I'm not reacting, or I'm simply looking at the person, I'm simply listening, I become a transparent. That means it's like when somebody, it's like when you throw a ball to the wall, so ball returns, right? So it touches the wall and returns. So when you become transparent, it goes through you. That means you're not taking anything when you are in the material world. Nothing sticks to you. So you become clear, clean all the time. It is life in its undifferentiated state prior to its fragmentation into multiplicity. This is the divine oneness experience he's talking about. So I think we can, if we look at the scriptures, Kashmir Shaivism is an example. It talks about this as well. So when you, it explains that there is only one consciousness. When the universe started, that's how it explains. And then all the beings, it divided itself into all the beings. That's how it explains. So that's all for today. So now we can get into the meditation, and we can talk about we can revise it towards the end. I'll stop this share now. Close your eyes. Clasp your fingers. Try to feel the steps which were explained just now. So when you're taking the breath, take it to your abdomen. And then when you're releasing, inhale, exhale, right? So experience your abdomen, feel the abdomen while it is happening. Cross your legs, clasp your fingers, close your eyes, and we'll get into the meditation now. 1 minute. Seconds. Nine, 8, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Keep your hands on your eyes, palms. Open your eyes, look at your palms. Thank you. Yeah, let me go back to the highlights. Let me share my screen. Okay, so we talked about just going back to what we did today. We practiced conscious breathing. I mean, we talked about it, how conscious breathing has to be done. So you need to do it as part of your, if you are not able to be aware of inner body, do that for 10 to 15 minutes and you will start feeling your inner body. So for that, you sit on the chair, keep your spine erect, close your eyes, breathe into the body, feel your abdomen expanding, contracting slightly with each inhalation and exhalation. Become aware of the entire inner energy field of the body. Don't think, just feel it. You can use the visualization technique along with the conscious breathing if you're still not able to feel your inner body. Or feel as if you're breathing light. As you breathe light, your inner body is filled with light. It gets energized. At some point, you will see your whole body with inner body as the light. Don't focus on that image. Just enjoy the feeling as you feel like your arms, legs, your chest, abdomen, your head feel like it has more energy now. Just have that feeling. Perform action with whole body instead of the part of body. We talked about it. So whatever action you are performing, if you are seeing, see with the whole body. If you're listening, listen with the whole body. So it means that you are giving 100% attention to whatever action you are performing. Okay. So that's if somebody is getting photographic memory, that means when they look at it, they only hear it one time, they only read it one time, it stays there. It is not random. So there is enough effort put into it before. We may not have, even that person may not be aware of it, but it happened before. That's why he has got that. So those are the topics we have covered today. That's all. Over back to you, Bharti garu.
Yeah, thank you so much, Andy. Thank you very much. Like, I think, understanding how we can use our inner body to be more conscious and aware. And these are like more practical tips, what we can practice every day and see like immediately start feeling more consciousness. This is amazing. And understanding that, we can do it. We can all do it. It's just like practice. We need to know with practicing all these, we can definitely get there. Anyone would like to share any experience or any questions?
Okay. So if there are no questions, I think we can end the session here today. We'll meet again at the same time, 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.